Hello, everyone. Drew here for Drew Dash Underground Gaming. Just give me one sec to shut my door. I forgot about that. So that way, the sound coming from the TV speaker, which is behind the laptop now by about good 4 or 5 feet here, the speakers aren't getting like drowning out anything else going on in the apartment because I live with my mom now. So with that in mind, hey gaming, yeah, share stream, yeah. I had to go shut the door quickly. So gaming, since you're in the chat, can you let me know if you can hear the guys once I introduce them? Because I need to know if I need to turn the speaker up at all. So, yep, hey Chunk. So with that in mind, joining me today for episode 15 for Underground Gaming. Yes, we're back. E3 week that since there's no E3, that's why it's called. This is not an E3 review, but a review of everything else going on in the gaming industry right now. So joining me, the one and only my younger brother, Desert Nord. Hey, bro.
Hey there.
How was your breakfast out with us this morning?
Well, it was good. We had a good time. It was a little bit of a struggle because of how many people were out to breakfast on Saturday, but yeah.
Yeah. We were trying to go to the Black Bear restaurant, but the line was literally around the corner to the other side of the building, and there was no parking spaces at all. So we went to another place closer to your place, and Joshy left. So yeah, Joshy was just here, but okay, he's back again now. So speaking of Joshy just came back. Hey, Joshy.
Hey, how's it going? I guess Xbox is being stupid today because basically they just kicked me for no reason.
Oh, okay. So
my internet is garbage.
Okay, so let me make a note of that. Xbox is not trying to cancel Joshy too. Like, you can hear them just fine. All right. Thanks, gaming. So with that in mind, with Xbox trying to cancel Joshy now too, apparently. Summer Games Fest happened last Thursday. Bethesda, Xbox, and Starfield show direct or whatever happened on Sunday, and then I believe Monday was Ubiforward. So we got a lot to talk about. So with that all in mind, Nord, what have you been playing lately?
Oh, well, I'm playing a whole bunch of games. There's a hunting game I was playing, and last couple of days I got into Minecraft.
So you got into Minecrafting?
Yeah, but not the new version, the old version. My buddy bought me the hard copy of the old one.
No, gaming. Ubiforward, like Ubisoft. No, gaming or what in the chat says booby forward what? Ubi. Yeah. Well, I was trying to say it, but laughing at the same time. Yes, I know you had to, but speaking, well, we'll get to Ubiforward in just a minute for you gaming, but Joshy, what have you been playing since bro's been Minecrafting for the first time ever?
Diablo 4 and sorry to say, Modern Warfare 2.
Well,
things went weird with Call of Duty there.
Yeah. I'm aware now. Hello Brutiful made that obvious to me on Thursday night on Unfiltered Brew on her channel. So shout out to Hello Brutiful. Go check that out. That's up on her channel on YouTube currently. We were talking about the very stuff we're talking about here. So, but here in the underground, we have no filter, i.e., Joshy's existence. So yeah, so say whatever you want, guys. I don't give a shit. But on that note, speaking of woke events to a point, Jeff Keighley and the Summer Games Fest they started off. The first thing I have is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown coming January 18th. So, what are your guys' thoughts on Prince of Persia: The Last Crown coming?
Pass.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah, my I know what they're trying to do with it though. They're trying to kind of go like you remember the film that had Jake Gyllenhaal play the main character,
Yeah.
right? And people were making fun of it because Jake Gyllenhaal's like not Arabian or in any way like Middle Eastern at all.
Yeah.
Well, the kind of direction they're gonna go with it now is they're gonna have a black guy play the main character, which is also incorrect, but you know, whatever. I guess that's what they do nowadays.
Yeah.
But that's what they're gonna do with that game.
So I assume you're also a hard pass on it.
I've never been into Prince of Persia. I mean, I guess it's kind of an interesting thing, but frankly, Assassin's Creed was the better version of that anyway.
So you guys are both a hard pass, but what about a game pass? You guys see what I did there?
Yes.
It would be one of those ones you try, but then you don't play for very long.
Yeah. Same thing goes for
Just because
for the upcoming Star Wars Outlaws that we'll talk about in a little bit here. Don't shut up, Josh. You will. I will. I will let you jump on the railroad tracks, and we'll get out of the way. Don't worry. But after that, we got Mortal Kombat 1, so they're rebooting the Mortal Kombat series. Joshy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got something to say about that, though. Are we going to talk about it later or now?
Well, Mortal Kombat's the next thing in my notes. So, Nord, let's get off the tracks. Joshy?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Shoot. I would say the special edition version, the one that was only up for like a day and then got sold out. That version looks like total dog shit. Basically, the Liu Kang statue that it comes with is 3D printed, so basically that's so cheap as hell. They didn't even like look for like other like toy studios to go ahead and get like everything that they needed for the figure though. So they just actually just 3D printed it, and basically that I think that's garbage because basically I can do the same thing for free if I got a 3D printer. So it's like, okay, yeah, they're getting free money. I understand that basically it's $250 and that's pretty good because like as of right now it's like everything that's going on. I'm surprised it's not going to be even like making like $350-$400 for like a special edition though, you know. But since basically it's 3D printed, it's going to be basically like $250. Basically getting a cheap knockoff Mortal Kombat statue, in my opinion though. I know it's from Mortal Kombat though, but it's just so cheap and just they were just too lazy to go ahead and find artificial like stuff to move their arms within the game. So,
in my honest opinion, anytime I hear anyone saying they're releasing something and they're rebooting it, that's a red flag to me right out the gates.
and here,
Nord?
Yeah, it's hard enough to trust IPs these days to be done right by the new talent, so to speak.
The next
'Cause they're all a
generation,
bunch of-
so
they're
to
all a bunch
speak.
of
Yeah.
dumbasses.
Yeah.
But and then you come and see it's a reboot, and you're like, oh my god! Even if this was done by actually good writers, it would still contrive. The whole damn thing is just a milk job. I mean, it's like if I want to watch a thin cow get milked to its last drop, I go do that. I don't want to see it done to freaking Mortal Kombat.
Exactly.
Write better, and you won't have this problem.
Example, Fable.
Oh yeah, elephant in the room. This.
Don't worry, Joshy. I'll put you on the tracks for that one too. Because I know what you want to say, and you'll have the chance to say whatever it is that's on your mind. Because here in the underground, the First Amendment is the only law that matters at that point. But with that said, after that, we got Nicolas Cage is coming to Dead by Daylight in July.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is going to be a playable character in Dead by Daylight. The
Is he
actor.
going to be Superman though? Because I heard there's a cameo of him as Superman in the Flash.
I don't know about that. I just know that Nicolas Cage is a big fan of horror movies. Apparently, he's now fond of horror games because now he's going to be in one.
Well, he did play in a good movie though that just came out though. It's
Yeah,
basically
Redfield.
like Five Nights at Freddy's. No, I didn't see Redfield yet. I'm talking about the
No, I'm
one
just saying
that
that's
where
what he was in. He was in Renfield.
Yeah.
Well, either
No, but
way,
I'm saying the movie that he was just in recently though. It was like the Five Nights at Freddy's rip-off movie though. It was pretty good, honestly. I forget what the name of it is. So
the other movie that he was in, which became a meme sensation, was The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which people were saying was actually a pretty decent film.
yeah, they were saying that Nicolas Cage was being Nicolas Cage in that movie.
Yeah, he was playing himself in that movie.
I
Yeah.
think the only Nicolas Cage movies that I think I remember seeing were one where he was an Elvis impersonator. I don't remember what that was called. Bro,
It's probably called Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah. That's a good movie. I haven't seen that in a while.
Sure, it's considered classic Cage.
There was Con Air,
Oh yeah,
Con Air,
also
yes.
classic.
and then there was World Trade Center.
Don't forget National Treasures.
Sure, I'd go on 60
Fuck yeah, you're right. Yeah, National Treasure films. Yeah, I forgot I have those too. God damn it.
Yeah, I'd
So-
go on in 60 seconds, which I don't mind.
I have not seen that one, but the point
You
is,
haven't
Face
seen-
Off.
Whoa.
Face
You
Off.
haven't
Face
seen
Off.
Gone in 60 seconds?
no, I haven't.
Face Off.
I'm sure you have. You just don't remember.
That's possible.
Angelina Jolie's in
And that's supposed to mean what to me?
it.
Well, maybe neither here nor there, but
But the point is that Nicolas Cage is now going to be a playable character in Dead by Daylight. For any Nicolas Cage's fans out there that play Dead by Daylight, now you can have your fun, pretend to be your favorite actor.
I don't play Dead by Daylight, but I'm gonna go ahead and buy it anyway, though, because it's Nicolas Cage.
I do have it for both PlayStation and Xbox, and I still don't care. Even though I like Nicolas Cage as an actor, but still. Next up from Summer Games Fest, there was something called Witchfire, which goes into early access on September 29th, so in less than 2 weeks. Any thoughts on Witchfire, guys?
I have not seen it, though. I have no comment on
Yes, gaming. Nico Cage is going to be in Dead by Daylight. Bro, any thoughts on Witchfire?
yeah, no, I mean I don't have much to say about it, but I did see it. It doesn't seem to be really something I would play.
If it's in Game Pass, then it's a hard Game Pass. Haha. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of that. Because it's my channel, I do whatever the fuck I want and say whatever the fuck I want to whomever I damn well please. But speaking of good things, Sonic Superstars, fall of this year. Joshy, you first. Sonic Superstars.
I like Sonic, though, but if it's like a 3D Sonic, I'll give it a hard pass, though.
It's-
I tried the 3D Sonic before, and it sucked.
This is kind of like a 2D 0.5 for the original Sonic games, to a point. Does that make any sense?
technically, Well, Sonic Generations is what I'm thinking about though when you say that though. So,
Yeah, this is a whole nother project for Sonic at this point. Gaming says he'll try it out. I'm assuming
if it's more like the
I'm assuming that you're
go
talking
ahead.
about Sonic gaming, or are you talking about Witchfire? But you were saying about Sonic, Joshy?
Go ahead.
You were saying about Sonic? Oh, gaming's also talking about Sonic. Okay. Sonic Superstars, a 2.5D Sonic of the original games that we all know and love from the Sega Genesis. Josh?
All right.
I said for the third time, Sonic Superstars is a Sonic 2D.5 basic re-release of the original Sonic games, but in 2.5D, not full 3D at that point.
If it's like Sonic Mania, then I'll go ahead and give it a try though. But if it's not,
It's
then
pretty
I'll
much
give it a
like
try.
that, but with 2D.5 graphics. So it's not full 3D either.
Is it coming to Game Pass? If not, then I'll have to go ahead.
I do not know. I just know that it's got a release window, not a release date yet, for fall of this year. We'll see if it makes the release date or not. Nord?
Yes.
Yeah, the last one I got to play was Adventure 2, which was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it a long time ago, and Sonic has been on a roll lately with the films, and the IP is riding pretty high at this point.
Yeah.
A lot higher than anyone would have predicted it would be.
So after that, Summer Games Fest showed us a new IP, I guess, called Lies of P, which I guess is supposed to be like a Dark Souls type game.
Yeah, if you saw the gameplay in that trailer, bro, or in that playthrough, it really does resemble Dark Souls a lot.
And
it's like the Dark Souls engine, pretty much.
And the release date is September 19th of this year, and the demo is already out for it, so you can try it out for yourself on all platforms. Maybe except the Switch, I'm not sure.
And for those that don't know, it's all about Pinocchio, and the backstory turned into kind of like a dark horror genre type story, which is a weird turn for it.
Could be interesting.
That isn't what Pinocchio really was about.
And I will be playing the demo live on stream soon for this, so stay tuned for that. Joshy, anything you want to add about the Lies of P?
From what I've heard, it's very popular. So I went and looked at the trailer, and it actually looks pretty good. So I'm kind of hyped about it, though. So basically, that's kind of on my watch list right now. It's like it's not a 100% buy. I've just put it on my watch list right now.
Yeah. And after that, we got a game that we are absolutely going to play, the three of us together on stream, and maybe more if we can get more people when it comes out on September 20th. A game that's been in our top 5 since it was first announced a couple years ago, maybe. Party Animals.
Mm-hmm.
Still waiting on that one, though. I want to play it.
Yeah, well, we got to wait till September 20th, which is just after Starfield, so I'm going to have to try to peel myself away from, well, things that I'll be talking about doing in Starfield when we get to that, at that point. But anything we want to add that we haven't added in previous streams about Party Animals, or should we just move on to the next thing that we got at Summer Games Fest?
Yeah, we just move on.
Let's say we move on. Yeah, move on.
Well, up next is a major release for some people, October 17th of this year, which is fitting because it's Alan Wake 2. Joshy?
Mixed reviews. I got mixed reviews on it, but.
Yeah, because you're not just going to be playing as Alan Wake, you're going to be playing as a female FBI agent, and we all know how Joshy feels about female characters in games lately.
Well, it does look good though, but it's like if they're gonna do it 50-50, I'm perfectly fine with that though. Like I gotta go ahead and play the story and see if it's like gonna be 50-50 within the characters. Because if it's just like one sided, like basically if you have like Alan Wake do like 2 hours out of the 12-hour story campaign, that's gonna be garbage. And we're gonna call that out. Like yeah, it's a bait and switch, just like what is it, The Last of Us on the PlayStation? It'd be basically like that. Just like
Well,
really?
we'll see what happens. Nord, anything to add about Alan Wake 2?
Yeah, I mean, people who are fans of the series already are probably going to like it. I mean, I haven't really gotten too far into any Alan Wake games, so
I played
I know
about
it's
15, 20 minutes of the first one and then haven't had a chance to go back yet.
yeah.
And that's the 360 version. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't remember if there was a remake or not for it. Was there?
I don't know, but I did play the original. Drew the whole story. It was pretty good.
Okay. And finally, they closed out Summer Games Fest the way that you should with Spider-Man 2, which is arguably one of the only reasons for me at the moment to even think about getting a PS5, which I have been doing at some point. Nord?
Yeah, that was a highlight for sure.
Gaming says in the chat, I think there is a remaster for the first Alan Wake. Okay. I wasn't sure, but
I didn't know either.
but I have the digital version on for the 360 on my Xbox Live account because it was in games with gold at the time. So, but Spider-Man 2 is the reason to get a PS5 if you don't have one, as far as I'm concerned. Josh?
Mhm.
Well, the first Spider-Man was actually pretty good though. So
Yeah.
I
And
like.
some people don't
Well.
like Miles Morales. I love Miles Morales because of what it did for this channel. So thank you, Sony. What you were saying?
I don't know Miles Morales, so there's that. But yeah.
But yeah, but Venom is going to be in this, and unfortunately, it's not Eddie Brock, whom we all know is actually Venom.
Well, they did say something about like they're basically going to make Spider-Man anti-cop or something like that, or something. I don't know.
I doubt that because he hasn't been the entire series since Sony has been doing these new games. So
They said something about like Spider-Man and the cops or something like that, though. Making them less cop friendly or something like that. I don't know.
We'll see. But that was the end of Summer Games Fest. Any thoughts on Summer Games Fest at this point, guys? Bro?
No, I mean it was a mixed bag. Like I had mentioned before in chat. Some good, some meh, and then it just kind of seemed like a lot of the same quality as a lot of other presentations I've seen in the last few years.
Yeah. This
wasn't blown away.
Probably better than last year, but I don't remember last year, so that's not saying much.
Mm-hmm.
Joshy, anything you want to add? Your thoughts on Summer Games Fest this year?
I think I only saw highlights, so I don't have anything to say about it, though.
That's fair. So on that note, in the chat, let me know if you guys enjoyed watching Summer Games Fest this year. On that note, Xbox Bethesda Showcase from June 11th. So, Rob, time to get off the tracks. Joshy, have fun with Fable. Because that's the first thing they showed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the first thing they showed was a female protagonist, I believe, and basically they showed the backward of. So it's like, all right, you're playing as female, that's fine with me. But then all of a sudden, the female turned around, and all of a sudden you pause the freaking video, and you see her for all it's worth. She looks like a crack whore. Basically,
So,
also like if you
so,
notice
so, so she looks like someone beat Brie Larson with the crack horse stick.
yes,
Yeah.
she has broad
Welcome
shoulders
to
and-
the underground, everybody.
I would
Yeah.
say that it looked like she fell out of the ugly tree and hit every single branch on the way down.
So
She has-
Brie Larson's ugly sister.
I would say it has broad shoulders, and if you look at the arms and hands, it looks like man hands and man arms.
Yes, clearly they were going for a transgender individual on this one. We can tell they were. That's what they were going for.
So if it has man hands and man arms, so I think we heard it here first, folks. Microsoft has cast Joshi as a lead for Fable.
I look exactly like that. Thank you.
Yeah, no,
Fitting image.
but you were saying Joshi about Fable.
Shoot, you put me on the spot, and I can't think of anything right now.
Okay, well then I'll come back to you and we can get back on the railroad tracks for you. But Nord, your thoughts on what we saw for Fable?
Yeah, I mean, every single bit of what you might call, excitement just completely derailed by this
Trailer.
character design flaw,
Yeah.
we'll call it. It's kind of hard for anybody to really get off of it. That's the only thing I've heard anyone talking about involving this game release is the character design being god awful. And what the hell were they thinking? It's like it doesn't look. If you're familiar with Fable, you understand that there are characters in the story that number 1, number 2, and number 3 that were what you would call fucking ugly, okay? Not pretty people. It happens in the story. We get that.
Mhm.
Like, none of us are going to be like, oh my god, every character in Fable has to be beautiful, hot, and pretty, and all that.
But they still
That's
had
ridiculous,
learned.
and that's not our point.
But as
Point being,
Joshi,
this is the hero of the game.
yeah. But as Joshi will quickly
And-
point out, even if they had an ugly face, they still had large tits.
Yeah. But this is the main character of the story that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
This is not a side character. If it were a side character, we'd be like, yeah, whatever. We've seen that in every single Fable. Whoop-de-doo.
Mhm.
But this is the main character. This is the hero that you're going to play as in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to sit here and tell me that, oh no, we didn't mean to do any activist bullshit with it, even though obviously we clearly did. Obviously, when you make the main character essentially a 2 out of 10 on the attractive scale, you were doing that on purpose. That's not an accident. So we know what they're doing there. And some of us are keen to not like it.
Yeah. So a couple of things from the chat. First Gaming says Fable is an easy pass. You're saying it wrong, Gaming. It's Fable is a game pass. And Chunk the Punk says Abby Smash 2.0. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it pretty much is. It is. That is what it reminded me of, honestly.
Yeah. And
I got a
two
new
all
rating
over
system.
yeah.
New rating system is how many She-Hulk
How many?
She-Hulk twerks out of 5 stars.
That can be yours. I'm going to keep going with what I got, which at the end of the stream we'll have is it worth it? An impromptu one for WWE 2K23 as well once we get through all this other stuff. But on that note, speaking of games that throw up some red flags, we're getting Star Wars Outlaws, which is a femming up of Han Solo of a game. Now, from the environment and what you're going to do in the game, it looks interesting and fun to me. But as I said, red flags on on everything that I just said. Joshy, get on the railroad tracks here. And Nord, let's get off the tracks again.
What games are we talking about again?
Star Wars Outlaws.
Hard pass for me. It looks like garbage to me.
Well, it's Ubisoft, so there's no Game Pass joke here.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, it's it's this is the reported Ubisoft Star Wars game slated for 2024. So
She does not look like a good character. She's not going to be memorable.
Chunk says Hannah Solo, indeed. And gaming would probably like this. It's actually Boobisoft. Yeah. But yeah, you were saying about a feminized Han Solo, essentially, is what this is.
She does not look good. Like she's not going to be recognized as a character like within like 5 to 6 years.
Yeah.
Like basically, like say Samus from Metroid Prime. They'll remember her for years. Not this character, not this Star Wars character.
Yeah. Nord, anything you want to add about Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft?
Yeah, just another one where we know what they're doing. They're doing what they always do again with this one.
Yeah.
Trying to jam a strong female character down our throats again, like we're too dumb to notice.
Mm-hmm. Samus Aaron Gaming says yes. But on that note, the next thing that Microsoft showed us is actually really good. Persona 3 is coming to Xbox and Xbox Game Pass. So you can obviously say Game Pass on this one.
Never played it, so pass. I'll give it a try. Actually, I'll give it a try if it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, Persona 3 came out years ago on the PS3, so it's coming to modern consoles by way of Xbox Game Pass and to the Series X, bro.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I will definitely play it. I have Persona 5 on my PS4. I've not gotten a chance to play it. It's in my backlog, but Persona 3 is one of those things to give a try. But after that, one of the top 3 anticipated games for the next couple of years, if not number 2 behind Starfield, at least for me personally, Avowed Obsidian 2024 release window, bro.
Yeah, I saw the I don't know if it was a trailer or what it was really, but I saw the Avowed presentation that they put on there.
Your thoughts as another Elder
like
Scrolls
my
fan?
kind of game either.
Well, it's Obsidian, as Phil Spencer calls them, the RPG geniuses of the industry. That may be true, but
They used to be.
Well, The Outer Worlds was good. It was missing a few things, but it was good.
Yeah, it was an excellent platform for for a game to jump off of.
So my expectations are based off of what I played from their last RPG outing in The Outer Worlds, and this is their attempt at an Elder Scrolls type game. So
I remember,
yeah.
I remember correctly pointing out that Outer Worlds was like the game of the year, or at least it was my game of the year.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I would say in hindsight is that it doesn't seem to have had as much staying power as some other games have.
Yeah. Will Avowed, when it comes out next year, maybe, maybe not. But all I know is 2024 with Avowed is already starting to shape up to be a good year for gaming with Avowed. So.
Mm-hmm.
And anything you want to add about Avowed, Joshy? Assuming, okay, I was going to ask, assuming that you're still alive.
I'm here.
Okay, so after that we got a Sea of Thieves expansion. Legend of Monkey Island is coming July 20th. So this upcoming Tuesday is when Monkey Island hits Sea of Thieves. Nord?
That's good.
Yeah, it's another one of those games that a lot of people still play.
Yeah.
It's got a major player base, and so it'll be exciting for those people that play that one.
Joshua, your thoughts on the Monkey Island expansion for Sea of Thieves?
I was gonna say it's gonna go ahead and bring like all the old school Monkey Island players into the Xbox Live.
And there seems to be a lot of them, so.
Yeah.
So
basically, that's an old school game. I actually tried the first one when it was actually free on game on Games with Gold. So I tried that, and I actually liked it. So.
Yeah, I initially played Sea of Thieves on day one through Game Pass and wound up buying it because I liked it. So that's another thing that the three of us need to try to do together is Sea of Thieves at some point. Maybe next weekend at some point.
Yeah.
After Josh's unboxing stream, or maybe before. But on that note, Senua Saga Hellblade 2 2024 release window. Joshi?
When is that supposed to be released? I didn't see that.
2024, so next year at some point.
I'm actually looking very forward to it. Basically, I tried the first one.
Yeah,
I haven't passed the first one yet, though, but it's really, really, really good.
Like I said, 2024 is going to be interesting because there's a lot of 2024 stuff here from Microsoft. There's also some stuff still for this year, and then one or two things that don't have a release window yet. Nord, anything you want to add about Senua Saga Hellblade 2 supposedly coming next year?
Yeah, I don't really know much about it other than just, I guess it was sort of another dazzling presentation they put on for that one.
Yes,
I don't know much about that game.
Still no word on Perfect Dark. That's true gaming. After that, we got a funny little trailer for the next installment to the Yakuza series, Yakuza Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth. This may be an expansion for it. Early 2024, so probably first quarter of 2024. Nord?
Yeah, that one will be another one. That was a highly anticipated game and a good game, and one almost game of the year in my book when that one popped out too. It's a long running series, and it was a very good installment of it. And if they've got extra content for it, that'll be really helpful for people that like playing that one.
Yeah. Josh, anything you want to add about Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, whatever this is, for early 2024?
If that is going to be free on Game Pass, oh boy.
The base game is on Game Pass last I was aware, so...
I've never tried it though, but from the trailers and whatnot though, from what it looks pretty amazing though, so.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give it a try.
So after that, it's my turn to get on the tracks for a second. Fallout 76 expansion for Atlantic City. Nobody gives a fuck. Anyway. And I stand by that statement about Fallout 76. I was there at launch. I saw the world burning for Bethesda down around their ears between the game buggy mess at launch. Servers hardly fucking worked. I was the only one that got into my crew. Thank you, Bethesda, for treating me nice and the rest of the world like shit, assholes. But the canvas bag, the rum, the helmet that was growing mold. What else could go wrong for a fucking game? Anything else for Fallout 76? Falls on deaf ears here in the underground. That's all I'm saying. Nord?
Yeah, it was to this day one of the worst game release disasters in gaming history.
Now, kudos to not giving up, but you should. Anyway. Joshy?
What's up?
Anything about Fallout 76 Atlantic City expansion?
Don't care.
Yeah.
I know it's pretty free for Game Pass though, but no thank you.
Yeah.
Like, what has hurt everybody?
I mean, if I wanted to play Atlantic City on freaking Fallout, I'm just gonna play New Vegas. What the hell? Why would I care? It's honestly the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
Like, play New Vegas. If you want to play Atlantic City, play New Vegas. Save yourself trouble.
Yeah. So the next thing that Bethesda showed us here, this is the moment where Joshy, you and I should get out of the way so Nord can take it in all holes, because next up is Necrom Shadows of Morrowind expansion for January 20th. So on Tuesday it comes out. Nord, have your fun.
Yeah, the Necrom chapter is there's a lot of hubbub around it, of course, and it's all about the Talvani Peninsula. Basically, another delve into Morrowind, as if we haven't done that 50 times already.
Which I pre-ordered the expansion, by the way.
They're kind of just trying to do what they always do, just do more baiting of the customer as usual, and
Yeah.
they're so hot on themselves. If you saw that presentation,
Yeah.
those guys are such. I mean, if you wanted to watch two guys jerk each other off, that video will be it. Seriously, I was watching two guys jerk each other off.
Why are you watching gay porn?
That's what that friggin' was.
Okay.
As far as the actual details of the release, it's gonna be kind of the same old sort of stuff. There's nothing we don't already know about. It's, Hermaeus Mora, the character we're all familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Talvani Peninsula in Morrowind, we're already familiar with. They're adding the Arcanist class, which is gonna once again break PvP, like they always do with new classes. They always make them overpowered, and then it breaks every damn thing. We're gonna see everybody doing that stupid beam attack in PvP, and they don't know how to do anything original with the game at this point. I mean, I know they're just dragging their asses to the 10-year anniversary of ESO at this point, so I don't expect much, but it's a cash grab for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really, I don't consider it that creative. I don't consider it to be very original either. I just consider it to be, well, there's more DLC, everybody.
Yeah.
It's very unoriginal. They would sit there and rub each other out about it, but it's very unoriginal.
Yeah. So, are you excited or not for the expansion?
Well, I mean, I'm a little tepid. When they announced it, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be boring as shit.
But what about for those that plays a mage character in ESO?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, if sorcerer class is your thing, obviously switching to Arcanist is going to be, it's going to be up your alley. I get it. And there will be a lot of players playing the new class.
Which
a lot of people
I play
about Apocrypha.
Which I play ESO as a mage, so it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, if you've played Skyrim, a lot of what you're going to see in Necrom is already in Skyrim. So
and you're basically just overpowered necromancer here.
Oh yeah, it's just another kind of. I mean, I don't have any reason to not like the Hermaeus Mora end of the story. The whole Daedric Prince Hermaeus Mora thing.
Yeah, we've
That's
been through that
fine.
before with the Dragonborn DLC.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's again, it's nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very like expected, familiar even. It's almost nostalgia baiting, honestly.
To a point, yeah.
But it's also a cash grab because you make you pay another $35 for DLC.
Well, they got my money for it, so. But as it is, Joshy, anything you want to add about the Necrom Shadows of Morrowind expansion to ESO?
Did not see it though, but the ESO highly recommend it.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
am too. You guys know I play the hell out of it, and it's one of my favorites at this point. But yeah,
So we'll briefly talk about it here because they did show it, but then I got more deeper notes when they went into the direct about it. But they showed a snippet for Starfield, which coming September 6th. And we'll get more into Starfield when we talk about my notes from the Starfield Direct itself. But any quick thoughts on Starfield here, Nord?
yeah. Other than it being the anticipated game of the year, it should be the game of the year when it comes out.
Yeah. Joshy, any quick
I
thoughts
expect it to
on?
be. They got a high standard to meet on that one.
Yeah, and Joshy, any quick thoughts on Starfield?
Yeah, it looks really, 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 really good though, but honestly, think about Fallout 76 and what is it that one space game that just that
No Man's Sky.
yeah. Thank you, No Man's Sky. Just
Yeah.
think of those two games. So basically, I think we're basically going to be beta testers, and basically, what they say is not what could be. It's not what they're going to be promised.
But keep in mind, both No Man's Sky and Fallout 76 have online components to play with each other. Starfield is not supposed to have that. It's supposed to be a single player only game. So this is, like Bethesda keeps telling us, what we know and expect of Bethesda type of game, akin to Elder Scrolls and proper Fallout games like Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and so on. So on that reason, no red flags are popping up for me at the moment beyond the usual of there's probably going to be bugs at launch like there always is, but still. But speaking of bugs and questionable launches, Cyberpunk 2077's expansion finally has a release date. It's called Phantom Liberty, and it's coming September 26th of this year. So, Joshy, I know you pre-ordered the expansion to Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep, I did.
So did I. What are your thoughts going into it?
I haven't actually really looked at the trailer though, but I know Idris Elba is going to be in it, and Keanu Reeves. I've seen like a 2-second clip or something like that for the trailer. That's about it though. But yeah, I'm down for it. I just hope it's not going to be like another thing for the
Well,
like the launch of the Cyberpunk.
There are rumors that this is probably going to be the only expansion for it because there is another Witcher game coming at some point. So
yeah.
So yeah, this is probably the last thing from Cyberpunk we'll probably see, which is good because they probably do need to move on at this point from everything that has happened with it. Nord, anything to add about Phantom Liberty?
No, nothing really.
All right. After that, they wrapped up the proper part of the Xbox showcase with some hardware. There's a new Xbox Series S with a 1 terabyte internal storage coming on September 1st this year, carbon black colored, for $349 US. Nord, you don't have a next or a current gen Xbox yet, so
no.
You're probably just going to get a Series X and just go to hell with the Series S anything, right?
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
So that way you could watch your DVDs and you could play physical games or digital at that point. But since this is a
Mhm.
Series S, this is a digital only update to the console with it's doubled the hard drive space. So if you have the external drive for it, it'll be the same hard drive space as the Series X at that point for a cheaper price. Joshy?
Oh, I'd say go ahead and just save up and just get a Series X.
Yeah.
Basically, if you're basically paying the same price, just get with the Series X. So
It's not the
basically,
same
you're gonna
price. It's a little bit more expensive than the current S, but cheaper than the Series X still.
I'd say save up and basically buy an X.
I agree. But if you don't care about physical games at all, then this probably is the right choice for you at that point. But on that note, Starfield Direct. The main event, the reason that any of us tuned in, my notes on the Starfield Direct are this. The space exploration in the game is what I've been waiting for. And let's see. They're also releasing a controller and headset for Starfield as well. I don't know how much those are, but by this point, I didn't care about the controller and the headset. I was ready to take it in all holes while playing Starfield at some point. Nord?
Well,
Or Joshy, I
Yep.
don't care who.
I just want to add that they also do have a watch. I don't know where
Yes.
you can go on the website and see where it's at though. I don't even know how much it is though, but it does look nice though. But I'll say for the other fans, though, basically I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So this for you guys fans.
Yeah, I would do that, except for there's a whole bunch of other stuff I plan on doing anyway. So I'd rather just play Starfield off Game Pass. And if it's everything that I expect from it and then some, then I'll buy a physical copy of it at that point. But if it's broken as fuck at launch, then I'll probably wait for a sale for a physical copy or probably not buy it at all at that point. Nord?
Yeah, I mean, they've got to do a good job with it. It's very high expectation.
Yeah.
I mean, it needs to rival
It's-
Mass Effect.
It's arguably probably what Cyberpunk's expectations were, because this is Bethesda Game Studios' first new IP since The Elder Scrolls itself. So, and that's all I have to say. Anyone else want to add anything before we get to Ubiforward at that point?
No.
Bro?
No, I don't have anything else
All
to
right,
say.
so Ubisoft Forward or Ubiforward, or as our chat is calling it, Ubiforward 2023. The only two things I wrote down that were worth anything from this was Assassin's Creed Mirage for October of this year. They're going back to old school Assassin's Creed, which I know that you're a bigger fan of, Nord.
Yeah, I
Than the
mean,
modern
it's kind of
ones.
basically a reboot of the original. It pretty much is.
Which is a red flag, like I said earlier.
Yeah, it tends to be a red flag, yeah.
Yeah. Joshy, anything you want to chime in with?
I'll pass.
So, well, I don't think this is in Game Pass, so that joke doesn't work. But it does. But it will work at. No, actually, never mind. Both of these are Ubisoft. I forgot where I was already. Star Wars Outlaws. I'm hyped for it, but I have concerns. 2024. Like I said earlier, now we can go in depth about this one, even though we talked about it earlier, because Summer Games Fest.
I think it's in between episode 5 and 6.
That would make sense because the Empire is a part of the trailer that we saw. Nord?
Yep.
Yeah, I certainly hope that's where it's at in the placement.
Because that would make sense, because some stormtroopers were also after her too, and she was running from the Empire, just like bounty hunters at that point. So, in the chat, what are you guys looking forward to most that we know of that's coming out? What games have you guys pre-ordered? Me, I've pre-ordered it, but I do have Starfield pre-installed. I did pre-order the Cyberpunk expansion as well as the expansion to Elder Scrolls Online, and that's it thus far. What do you have pre-ordered so far, Joshy?
The Cyberpunk.
And that's it?
Well, I was like kind of hesitating to buy or just Game Pass Starfield. You gotta see a little bit more before I actually buy it, though.
I would pre-install it from Game Pass and give it a whirl there, like I'm doing, and then if it's what I think it is, then I will wind up buying it for full price at that point, if I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
But that's a good segue. Speaking of, is it worth it? WWE 2K23. I finally got a chance to play it. And honestly, I'm glad I waited this long because evidently some bugs that were there at launch have been fixed already. And this past week, we got a DLC expansion for NXT, so some newer, younger talent came to the game, as well as Harley Race, Hall of Famer. But overall, the game scores a 5.8 out of 10. It does nothing new for the WWE. In fact, it's growing a little bit stale with this game, but it is what it is. It functions. I haven't had the same issues like I did with 20 or 22, with the game just randomly crashing all the time. This game hasn't crashed once for me, so that's an improvement. Nord?
Yeah, I know it'll be up your alley, so
Yeah.
It should be a good game.
Joshy, any thoughts on WWE 2K23?
Sounds like good news. But I'm going to go ahead and hard pass because I'm not a fan of that. So
Yeah, and China and John China is on the cover. I mean, John Cena is on the cover.
You mean it's an empty cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
You can't see him.
Yeah. That's actually really good. But on that note, on the second channel at some point soon, I do want to do an Is It Worth It for the Super Mario movie with Joshy, since I've now seen that. Josh, are you up for that soon?
Yes, I am.
So how about a week from Sunday, since next Saturday's your unboxing thing?
Yeah.
All right, so stay tuned for Super Mario Brothers movie, Is It Worth It, from Joshy and myself next Sunday. Between now and then, expect me to play some games on Twitch and or YouTube, respectively. Like I said before, Lies of P demo, I'll try to get to at some point tomorrow on Twitch. You might as well promote your own stream because you're here, Joshy.
All right. League June 24th. Let me go ahead and do mine. June 24th at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's going to be Arizona time. We're going to be doing a stream.
This time of year, that's Pacific time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But
how in the hell do I know that before you, and I've only been here a month?
That's all right.
I don't keep up with the news. I don't keep up with the news.
You don't keep up with the news of what time zone you're not living in. Anyway, you were saying.
And I do get a special live stream thing on my YouTube channel. I will have to go ahead and send a link out to people and whatnot, though. But it's a special, very, very special unboxing. It'll be June 24th, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time.
Yep.
So
what are you going to be unboxing if you're willing to share that information here?
Something Batman related. So that's the only clue I'm giving everybody.
All right. Nord, you never have any content coming anymore, but if you were to, what would it be?
Well, I mean, if I have any posts on my YouTube channel, it'd be usual meme content, if anything.
So in other words, without saying, he's not doing jack shit again, folks.
No, I mean, most of my work has been, on your channel. That's the way it's been for a while now.
Yeah, I know, but you have your own channel to like do stuff like more than once a year on. Just saying.
Yeah, I know.
But on that note, what are you guys going to be up to after this? Joshy?
Maybe Diablo 4. I just started it. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and try and play it for a little bit longer.
Nord?
Yeah, I'm going to be keeping on with Minecraft for a while.
Me, I'm going to continue working on the characters that I've been creating or downloading for WWE 2K23's Universe mode to start streaming that at some point, like I was with the previous year's game. I just downloaded someone's attempt at a Gina Carano, and I'm going to fidget with that to make her look and seem right for the Universe mode when I get to streaming. So I'm going to be messing around with Gina Carano. Haha.
Okay, Drunk 3PO.
Do not confuse me with my internet dad. Thank you. So I'm going to be helping Mom out with something. In other words, technically with Gina Carano. But on that note, I do got to move a few things around in my room, though. So until then, thank you guys, Gaming or What, Chunk the Punk for being here in the chat. Thank you, Joshy, Desert Nord, for taking time out of your day to do this once again. That's when you guys say you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yes. Well, we always do this.
And stay tuned next Saturday for Joshy's unboxing of something Batman. He's going to pull his trunks down. Anyway. Yeah, you're going to unbox Batman. Yeah. And stay tuned for next Sunday for Is It Worth It? The Super Mario Brothers movie with Joshy and myself, since I finally got the Blu-ray of that and watched that earlier with my mom, as you see on the screen right now, folks. Beyond that, we'll see you guys next weekend. If you guys don't see me tomorrow on Twitch, be safe, be well. May the Force be with you. And don't forget to Game Pass your games. We'll see you guys later.
Later.
Yep. Later, guys.